And with that, I would like to introduce Dr. Priya, who just made it only minutes before the show out in the rain. Dr. Priya, thanks so much, and thanks a lot for hosting this call today.
Thank you so much for co-hosting this call, Nick, and taking care of all the technology and making it look really, really fancy. I think this is amazing. This is a great opportunity to reconnect with the attendees we met at High Level India. I'm sure you and I have been speaking to a lot of people. I don't think I have spoken to all 400 like you. However, we've had lots of conversations and lots of requests to keep the momentum going. So the whole purpose of this particular call is to welcome, reconnect, and absolutely a little bit of structured agenda towards what we are aiming today to check what has been people's experiences and what we can do to support. And I think you and I and our surprise guest would agree that we had such an amazing time at India, and we really want to give back to the community and see what we can do to help them and in turn help us.
Well, that's right. And, I just want to let everybody know that I'll be sort of monitoring the tech for this call. You can see we have kind of a high-tech Zoom call. Probably weren't expecting this. And I'm monitoring a lot of the comments. So I want to start seeing some comments come in. I only have one from Prachi who's telling everyone, hello, everyone. So let's see some more pop in here. Okay, this is all right. Hi, everyone. Hi, Vikas. See, because once you do that, then I can start to do this, which makes it real cool, right? Hey, everyone. Vikas, it's nice to see you commenting. Okay, and we've got Raji from Chennai. Look, we got a lot of Chennai here. And go ahead and say where you're from as well. We got Lavina. Okay,
Thank
Lavina
you for
doing a
joining
lot with
Lavinia at this time. It's
AI.
early morning for her
We
from
got
UK.
Niraj. You can see it's all starting to pop in here. So this is exactly what we want to see. All right. So that's what's going to be kind of happening. All right. But first, for those of you who attended and those of you who didn't, I think Priya, you're going to just give a quick recap of the event, right?
That's right.
So
Cool.
let's start with
So
that day one. What happened on day one?
So day one was an informal reception. So that is where people got to do their registration, check in, and basically network in a very, fancy way, but a very comfortable way before we were thrown into 2 days of learning. I guess there's lots of opportunities, collaborations, and business that happens at these evening sundown networking kind of event. We also co-hosted an unofficial meetup near the swimming pool, which was a great success. We had, pretty much everybody come and talk about their expectations from the event and what are they wanting to get out of it and have networking. So day one was pretty chill. Though we had a booth, I was like, we're not going to do anything in terms of booth. We're just going to have conversations with people. So we really enjoyed. So it was the first time for some of my team members to be there for an event that size. So they really, really enjoyed those conversations. Most of them are mums, so for them, it gave them an opportunity to, actually find out their spark and, rekindle their forgotten spark in just life and motherhood, I guess. Day two was full on learning. I think India is the only place, even the high level team attested that, where we had a full room of attendees wanting to learn. Most of the other sessions, there'll be people who would want to listen to certain speakers, and then some people want to network, just hop in and hop off. But India had complete attendance throughout all the sessions and got so much learning done. So day one, incredible speakers, and the
I
feedback was
mean, what it was
amazing.
a total 3 day event, right? A 3 day event.
Correct.
I mean, day one, that was when you were speaking, right? Dr.
That's
Priya,
right.
you spoke on what was the topic again?
Five ways to
$10,000.
create five-figure MRR, monthly recurring revenue.
Yeah, so you want to get $10,000 above, right? What currency are you talking about for this 10,000?
I think from India, they would mostly target US dollars, which is even better money than
Yeah,
Australian
so
dollars.
10,000 US dollars a month. That was a hot topic, and I mean that was a full room, right? It was packed, right? Everybody was there. I mean, then they had a networking event that night as well, right? The first night.
Correct. Yeah. So that was a great networking event. I think one thing I found when I first went into High Levels event is the opportunity to ask questions to the co-founders, ask questions to the team, and I think people who attended will attest for it that every team member has that same smile and attitude and friendliness towards every attendee, which is very hard to get at a company this size with 2,000 employees all working remote. So the cultural aspect of high level definitely comes from top down. And I'm sure everyone who attends high level events, they become part of the cult for a reason, like a good cult, being supportive and understanding that you are on the right track. The vehicle you've chosen is the correct vehicle and you are on the right track.
Well, before, as we just kicked this off, we wanted to just, to have a little bit of time to just talk about what we saw at the high level event. And, I'll just quickly say that, share a little bit, Dr. Priya, what I saw. And I saw some incredible energy. Okay. So
हाँ.
I'll just tell you, if you guys feel that you have a lot of energy still and you feel that buzz,
हम्म.
even if you didn't attend, go ahead and just put in the comments the word energy. I want to see who I can put in there.
तो कर लो
Start
ना फिर
posting
बात.
up some more names. Can you do me a favor, by the way? Just make sure you've got
अरे
your
बेटा,
mics all muted, right?
पोस्ट
Let's just
ऑफिशियल
see
बैठे, मैं
that we've
किसी
got
मीटिंग में हूँ अभी.
everybody
तो
muted.
उसको
Let me
बोल
see who I can
दो मैं
mute
थोड़ी देर में कर
here.
रहा हूँ.
I think you'll
Hold
have to
on,
mute
hold
them
on.
manually.
I got it. I got him. Oh my God, I think I got him. Wait, come on, mute. Okay, I think I got him. All right, so yeah, so we're back in the show, and now we got a lot of energy. So you guys putting any energy in that event? I got Chand in here. We got an energy, and Naznan's got some energy. Prachi's got some energy. Look, all this energy going. Some more coming in. Look at this. Everybody's active here in high level, and look at this. Siam, he's got it also. Look, everybody's got energy. Woo, woo, woo. So, anyway, I saw a lot of energy. I also saw a lot of people with some interest in AI, right? A lot of people interested in AI. And then lastly, I mean, I talked to a lot of people. You probably saw some of the interviews I posted online in the group. I asked a lot of people what been happening with high level since you've been using high level. How's this changed in your life? And a lot of people had some very, very compelling stories about how high level is changing their lives. So we might get into some of that too. But just to let you know, we are still monitoring the comments here, okay? And look, there's a lot of energy in the room. Even Naman already excited too, okay? So that's the way we want it. And I just want to say, Priya, I think that we do have the surprise guest came in now. Okay, I just noticed that I got a notification that our surprise guest has arrived. So you think we should switch over to the surprise guest, Priya? Because
I think so. I think so too. I'm super
I
excited
think, like,
to
who
meet
is
the
it going to
guest.
be, right? Who's the surprise guest? I
Can
mean,
people guess in the comments?
who do you think
Michael.
it is? You
Michael
already
Anyone?
Reimer.
know, right?
Okay.
Michael, yeah, we do
Uh,
have Mr. Michael Reimer here, the AI superstar, Michael Reimer.
hello, Mike.
So, we're going to give
Good
Michael an
morning.
opportunity to talk to all his fans in India. All right. So, Michael,
Oh my
welcome.
God, I
It's
had
great to see you. Where are you at? You in the USA, right?
USA 1:30
What's the time?
a.m.
1:30 a.m. So can we please give him a big, big round of applause for joining us at 1:30 a.m. I call that a graveyard shift, literally just to speak to all of us. So thank you, Mike. We truly appreciate your commitment to helping.
Yeah.
And
Party
if
You're
noise.
welcome.
people have
Yeah.
known you, they know you are very generous with your knowledge. Okay, that's
So
just Mike
crazy.
doing his thing. Yeah.
He's so crazy.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it
like
was,
the
I'll tell you
souped up
what, Priya, it was an
carbs,
amazing time.
same thing with the shows. Okay. Go ahead, Mike. It's great to have you
I
on the
said it was
show, and thanks for joining.
you're very welcome. It was an amazing event for sure. I mean, I was blown away. Like, I think I told Priya, uh, on the very last day when we were together, I was like totally shocked by this event. This one was a surprise to me. I was like expecting when I went there about 150 people. And when I walked in, there was a 400 people because my plane got in a little bit late and 400 people in that room. And I was totally blown away. And then everyone was pumped up. Like you guys mentioned a little while ago, nobody left. Nobody even took a break. I mean, it was an insane event for sure. Like way exceeded my expectations for, by all means, crazy. Had a wonderful time meeting everyone. And I've been to India a few times before, and it was like coming home for me. And I got to tell you, the hospitality was second to none as well. So it was a really really good time for sure. I mean, it was, I always say this always happens, Nick. You're gonna laugh, but I always say, I can't wait to go on these trips, because I can catch up on some things, that I've been lingering. I'll work on the plane. Well, the working on the plane doesn't work out. You can barely put a soda on, on the tray on the plane these days. But then I say, I'm going to work at the hotel. And you know what? We never do, right? Because it's always action packed. You got to go to these events. I mean, you don't stop from morning to night. It's crazy, but that's what you do. You love it. It's good.
Well, we
But
made
it
a
was a
lot of
pleasure
content
meeting
in
every
the
one of you.
hotel. We made a lot of content in the hotel, and
A lot.
you
Yeah.
guys can be looking out for that soon. I've got a couple of interviews coming up there with the editor and in revision right now. So hopefully we'll have them out next week. So, Mike, what about for the AI? You gave the big talk on AI, and I think the room was packed for your talks too. And then after you finished talking, so many people coming up to you, you couldn't even leave the room. So,
It was more
what was
than
that
level. I
all
mean, I would say
about?
that was more than level up, Nick. It was more than
That's
level
right.
up. I mean, I got off the stage at this event, and I think you saw it. I mean, I didn't move for about an hour and 45 minutes after that. I was in the same square, 5 by 5 square for about an hour and 45 minutes. But you know what? I love it. It was awesome to meet everyone, and
So, what was the
I'll sit
question
there
that you
all
got,
day.
Mike, from
What's
most of
that?
the attendees? Is there a common pattern of question that you received from the attendees?
Yeah, I mean, the attendees were all over. Like, so we had some brand new people, which I love. I mean, I love that. The energy with that is just amazing. But what really took me off guard was the amount of business owners there that were looking to put AI into their business. So they had established businesses in India because they live in India, but I mean, they're doing business all over the world, which is amazing. Maybe they had a call center. I mean, just on and on. But, they had established businesses and they wanted to inject new technology, into their business. And I say this, I mean, every time I talk about India, I say the same thing. The technology that's available in India, the talent with AI and the talent with tech is, I would say, the best in the world. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, and I put that against the U.S. or anywhere in the world. Um, these guys, they know their stuff. Girls too, guys and girls. I'm talking about both. They know their stuff, and it's amazing. But one thing that I do want to bring up is that we had a lot of new people, and you can get overwhelmed really easy in high level. So you got to stick with the basics and then inject the technology after the fact. You still got to have some basics. So the platform's a lot. You're going to learn it. You're going to learn it, and you know, uh, once it clicks, you'll be like, that was nothing. But
Yeah,
I'll never forget the first time I opened it and I was like, what in the heck did I just do? Because I couldn't figure it out for nothing. And then it takes a little time, and you're not going to learn it all. I mean, so don't get discouraged by that. That's normal. Take it one step at a time and then introduce one feature, and then you'll learn another feature, and then you'll learn another feature. And next thing you know, you'll know your way around, and it'll be like, no, it'll be simple for you. I can guarantee you, but it's going to take some time. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah, one of
that's
the
right.
people was saying you were even there at lunchtime helping the people. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would say that I was at many level ups. I've been at many of the international events. So, it's always interesting to be able to compare them. And of course, this was the largest international event that High Level has had. And then, secondly, it was just one where I saw a lot of people just sort of coming that were new to high level. They had heard about it. They were coming to this event to actually find out if this is legit. What is it? What is the buzz about? And I think a lot of people left feeling quite satisfied at what they saw.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, that was quite evident. I mean, even after my session, when I was talking to people, that was quite evident. And when I'm doing the program, what I like to do, I always say that some people are builders that they like to tinker and build stuff, and other people like to sell things. And if we can have a high level dating app where we can bring those two people together, it would be a match made in heaven. But at the end of the day, you're going to end up doing a little bit of each and you're going to be successful. It's not going to be, it's not a get rich quick. It's not a get rich quick thing. I mean, it's going to take work. I mean, I don't even beat around the bush with that. It's going to take work. This is my third business that I've run, and I put more work in this AI business than I have in the other two put together. But you know what? When you love to do something, it doesn't feel like work. And Nick will tell you, like he chats with me at 4 in the morning or 2 in the morning, or I'm here at 1:30 in the morning. Priya, you're the same way. You know the deal. And I guarantee you, everyone on this call is pretty much. There's a lot of people I see on this call that have familiar faces, and I know for sure that they're the same. So.
Well, I mean, for sure. And I mean, one of the people that I know that works the hardest, I think, is Dr. Priya. I'm just eternally impressed at how much she's doing. I mean, some people seem to have limitless energy, but look, I would say that we don't want to scare the people by saying that it's too hard, and I don't think it is too hard. I think it's just
No,
one
it's
of those things
achievable.
where you go step by step, and then what I find a common thread is the people really enjoy it, like building things online. One of the things that I remember somebody told me was, with high level, you can actually realize your digital dreams. You
I know. I
That's
mean,
true,
want to do
I
Nick.
things
said that, right?
online,
It
and this
changed
is
my
how you
life.
can. Yeah,
Correct. So
for
I definitely
sure.
think it's made unachievable monetary and lifestyle goals possible. And I don't say it lightly because I mean I've had where a $10,000 seemed unachievable at some point I mean at most points in my life when I started off. So I think that's it. I think that's the main reason. I know I struggle even last night. Yesterday I was up at 3 a.m. for the affiliate call, and night 11 o'clock I was messaging my team and they were like, put your phone on so notifications off, please go to sleep. It's hard to shut down. I think that's one of the thing, like Mike and Nick, we were discussing how the tool makes us so excited that we struggle to shut down our brain in a good way. And obviously when you see results, you're motivated to do more. So, Mike, now that you've sacrificed your sleep and you're here, I want to hear your thoughts on the theme that we are discussing today. Based on your conversation with all the attendees and what you saw and your understanding of the Indian ecosystem, because you have your team members from India, I've got my understanding and I will go last, but I want to ask you first, what's next for India? What's your opinion about what's next for High Level India?
I would put it on the same plane as like what's next for high level, right? Because at that event, I got a chance to spend some time with Varun, and I said, "Hey, what do you think high level is going to look like in another year?" He's like, "I don't know," and I would almost compare it to that, where I would say, you know, what is India? How is high level going to impact India in the next year to 3 years? I think that it's going to be a massive explosion because once people start to really grasp it, they're going to see results, and that results is going to spread like wildfire. And I think it's going to impact a lot of people's lives positively, without a doubt. Maybe, I can almost guarantee you, and it's not something, I'm going to say this the right way, but basically, maybe somebody that's on this call, they don't want to own an agency. They don't want to be in charge, but they want to be a builder and they want to work for somebody. That's perfectly okay. because maybe that's what is gratification to you. And that's okay. You don't need to be in charge of an agency. Maybe you want to be an operations person in an agency, and that's great. And there's a seat at the table for every single person that's on this call and every single person that's in India for sure. I will tell you that. And I want to, I didn't want to scare anyone when I say it's going to be hard, but I want to be truthful. It's going to be a little difficult. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're going to put some time in, but at the end of the day, if it was so easy, everyone would do it. And if it was so easy, guys like, people like me and you and Nick and a lot of people that are on this call, you would get bored. And, this is never a boring game. I can tell you that. It's changing so much and high levels changing so much that there's no time to get bored. There's just really no time. So that's what keeps me motivated. If it was stale and, it was the same thing over and over, I can't deal with that. I like movement and I like change and I like, fast pace. I mean, Nick will tell you. So, but that's the thing that motivated me with everyone there. I mean, there's A to Z, there's A to Z skills, there's A to Z skill sets, and there's A to Z talent. I mean, and it was very apparent at the event for sure.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike. And Nick, you are the veteran in the high level ecosystem. And I think one thing I applaud and adore you is your experience in the global high level ecosystem. You have attended pretty much every high level event in all the continents and countries. So you would be able to give us a comparative analysis of how you evaluate the Indian attendee ecosystem, and based on your global experience, what do you think is next for High Level India?
Yeah, thank you very much, Priya, for those kind words. And I'll simply say that, if we think about what's next for high level, I think it's very important to say, well, where are we right now with high level? And I think just very quickly, where we are is in the beginning. And for many people, like I said earlier, they came and they were thinking about just starting their journey with high level. There were several, and several of them are on the call, and we will meet them shortly, who have also been working with high level for a few years. I met one man, Manish. He had been working since 2018 with high level. Okay, so there's a few people. I know there's only 4 people certified in high level in all of India. Imagine only 4 people certified in high level in all of India. So we have to say that it is really at the beginning for high level in India. I mean, there's a few people certified. And what's next is growth. What's next is more people coming in and starting to work with high level, and more Indians supporting people around the world working on high level. And the community for high levelers in India growing. They talk a lot in the high level ecosystem around the world about how people are digital citizens, global digital citizens now with high level. And I think that that's what we can expect to see next with high level is a lot of the people who are actually meeting each other on the call here today or networked at the event or starting to chat with each other now about high level, starting to grow that community. And I'm really interested to see how that's going to take off.
Oh, thank you, both of you. I think I mirror your sentiments. For me, I think personally, I feel India, this event, what it's going to shift is more from a builder's economy or a builder's, the pool of talent to more agency owners. But like how Mike mentioned, if you don't want to, you don't have to have an agency. If you are happy builders, you don't have to spend a cent for the high level sub account or agency, and you can still make a money building. So, being certified, I think Mike and I can attest that certification is a great platform. So, I am planning to bring Alicia, who is the certifications director, to have a chat with all of you. So, if you want direct information from the certifications director, can you please type one in the chat for me? So we will organize a virtual chat where you can understand about the certification program. And so I'll give you a brief gist. So certification, you go through the exam. It's $97 a month, and as long as you're certified, you pass the exam. There's part A and part B. Part A is online. Part B is live proctored. So once you pass the exam, you get sorry, you get cert.
That's
Thank you. You get certified, and that's an opportunity for you to get leads from the high level community itself. There's so much leads that comes every day. Obviously, like any other lead gen system, you have to vet it, you have to apply, and you have to get the gig. But that's another source of lead. I wouldn't say I would depend on it, but that's another source of lead. But I think I did certification to get a validation to myself. So that's the purpose of why I did it. So you need to have a clear intention on every dollar you spend and every effort you put in. So if your goal, because everyone on Facebook is a certified, GHL expert. So if you want that validation from the organization itself, then I would treat that $97 as an investment to do it. So if you need, so there's lots of ones in the call. So I will speak to Alicia, book a time, and I will keep you all posted. So we could do a simple Zoom like this, and you can ask questions about certification. What are the benefits? What are not the benefits? So maybe one of our team members can put in the link here for people to look at the certifications so people can have a look. So there are like this huge opportunity for India. I see shifting more towards, the agency model, and and I did mention in the next 18 to 24 months, India will become the biggest user of high level. That's just my prediction. What pricing they sell, I can't say. That's a whole different conversation that we're going to have. But India will become the biggest user, and in the ecosystem they'll definitely dominate. And for people who are here, I understand buying a ticket to level up in Dallas, or flights and stay, everything in America seems very expensive. It is expensive, I agree. Even from Australia, it's very expensive for me. It's 1.5 times. But I would say if you have an opportunity and if you can afford that as an investment, please do it, because that is a massive opportunity. 1,500 people, and you need to have that clear intention. What do you want to get out of that session? When I saw Nick all prepared with his gear for the content production in Dallas, I was like, oh my God, I was not even prepared. It was my first time in Dallas. It can get overwhelming. And because I didn't set an intention, I was speaker. So I just went there to speak and network. So you get what you want. So if you have that intention, then, you will get whatever you want. That's basically my take and feel about what's next for high level India.
Well, Priya, what you think it's time that maybe we start to hear from some of the people who have joined the call. I know, like, we have been monitoring the chat, and it's been very active. Look at that chat. So, what do you think? You think we should start to bring
Yes.
some people on as guests? You ready
Yes, if you
to?
want to be a guest spotlighted, please can you put your hand up on Zoom?
Yeah, I
A
think I
thumbs
got
up or
some
a hand
coming
up.
in. All right, and as I start to bring them in, Priya, what do you think in terms of we would like to structure what they talk about, right? So if they
Yep.
can talk about what they do, right?
Yep.
All right.
The
So what you
reason we have
do?
this question, marketer or builder, is because some people are very good at sales and marketing but struggle to build. Some people love building but they can't sell. So I think that's one element in the high level ecosystem I've seen. Understanding that would help you scale faster. So I think that's why we've got the question, just your name, where are you from, what do you do, what do you enjoy the most, marketing, building, or if you are a unicorn, very rare unicorn, you enjoy both, then you could say that. And basically, I mean, we literally, this is not a sales conversation, trying to help and understand what do you need to succeed. For example, I do a free community office hours on Friday morning, 9 a.m. Brisbane, which is 4:30 for India. I mean, I get up for my coaching call at 4:30 in Brisbane. So it's a free call. Anyone can come. No one is selling anything. You can come and attend. If you want information, we can put that. So things like this, that's not going to cost you, but going to keep you accountable, give you all the resources, what do you need? Or you only get when you ask. So that's the whole purpose behind it. So it's time that we stop talking and bring other guests on. Hello, Chandan.
So we
Hi
have our first
everyone.
guest here, Chandan from Calcutta. And we were just speaking earlier about the certification program. And many of you may know, or maybe you found out recently, I posted a video that Chandan is #1 in India. So he was the first certified admin, certified expert, high level expert in India. So let's give him a big round of applause, right? For having all of that.
Thank you everyone.
It's not easy to be the first one, Chandran. So, congratulations. So go ahead, Chandran. What is it that,
Can I say
you
one thing
do
before he
now?
starts,
Sure,
Nick?
sure.
I mean, I want everyone, people who were not there at the event, to know there's a lot of us who, psychologically tend to look at excuses of not doing things, or if things come in the way. But Chandan came with his family, his wife, and the youngest high leveler at an event. His cute daughter was there, and parents took to, oh, she's here, right here. Okay.
Yes,
So,
always
uh,
there.
yes. So, like this, the couple, husband and wife, were taking turns because the kids are not allowed at the event. So, one person was babysitting and one person was attending the event to make the most of it. So, that really, really, makes me have so much respect for you, Chandan, because you could have easily said, oh, I've got a kid, I can't do it. And it's also, the partners being supportive. So, the one of the co-founder, Varun, I interviewed him on my podcast, and that's what he said. When Sean and him were building it, their partners supported them financially. So I think if you're a man or a woman in this call, it's important to understand that it takes two to tango, and the contribution from each partner is really crucial to grow the business. So I wanted to really, really highlight that part for you, and really appreciate your wife and your kids' contribution to your success.
Thank you very much. So, as my introduction to all, I am Chandan from Kolkata, India. So, I have been working in high level projects since 2021. Not at the very beginning, but still since 2021. And I have worked with 12 agencies so far, and handled more than 200 sub accounts. Now, my biggest challenge is the sales part. So, I am a good builder in all aspects of high level. But since all of your sessions in the high level, after coming from Delhi, we have closed 3 sales already. So, that added $6,000 recurring in monthly. And I got one
Paid for the
offer
trip.
for
Paid for the trip,
corporate.
right? Paid for the trip.
Yeah, I got my first offer for corporate training in Kolkata itself. So there is a company who is also working on high level projects. They have 100 people in their team. So I just closed that deal yesterday. I'm going to start their training from 23rd of this month.
Well
This
done,
is
Chandan. Did you meet them at the event?
yeah, they were in the event and I got the connection from there only. So
Wow. See,
it
that's
was
the
a
power of being in the room, shaking the right hand. That's what I say,
exact
people. The more hands you shake, the more money you make, but make sure you shake the right hand,
yeah,
So such events gives you that opportunity to shake the right hand, basically.
exactly. And thus like $6,000 I just said that I made after the event. Two of those deals also came from the like social media post I was making up from the event. The images with all of you that I've been posting on social media, those two leads came from there. Like, hey, I saw that you went to the event, how was it, and all these things. Then we went to the Zoom call, understood the problem. My main issue was the sales part, but I think I'm improving on that since I'm coming from the event with all the knowledge that you shared. So thanks to Priya, thanks to Michael, thanks to Nick as well.
We are
That is
super,
I
super
would like
proud
to
of you.
say something, Chandra. And you said a little bit about talking in the marketing, okay? And as some of these folks here are just getting started, Priya, one of the things that is a skill and takes some time is to be able to talk about high level. The people don't even understand it. Say, what does it do? Oh, it does everything, you know? And like, you can't really explain that to people. So it becomes a little bit of a challenge. You have to practice a lot to just start to be able to say, you know, what does the high level do? And then you really zero in on what it is that you do with high level, and you kind of get away from talking about high level. You talk about what you can do for them. But I don't know if you found that also, Mike or Priya, where it's a little bit difficult to kind of explain it, and you get
Yeah.
better and better as time goes by.
Yeah, I mean the last time I counted, I think there was like 638 features, and that's changed, the next day after I counted them. So with that said, I mean, how do you explain 638 features, right? But back to Chandran, he's the main guy here, right? We're going to talk about him for a second. This didn't happen by accident. This was going to happen, okay? This didn't happen by accident. Number one, he put himself in a great position. Priya, I'm going to echo what you said. One of the things when I first got started with high level, I didn't know where to turn. I was watching every YouTube video. I did all of that. And I elected to go, I'm an education guy. I elected to do what Chandra did. And he said, listen, I'm going to do the certified admin thing. And it wasn't so much to be considered like some type of expert, because I don't feel that way at all. It was an accountability thing. So either I'm going to go out there, I'm going to watch random YouTube channels, and I'm going to do that for weeks and weeks and weeks, or I'm going to do something with some structure in it. And at $97, I know it sounds like it's a lot, and other people don't think it's a lot, but it doesn't matter what the cost is. It's structure. So if you're going to be in the game, it's going to hold you accountable. You're going to do that program, and you're going to come out, and you're not going to be an expert, but you're going to be proficient. And that is all it takes. And you're going to have confidence to learn more about the software and more about the platform. So what he did is, I'm not even surprised what he did, because I saw him in action at the event, him and his family. So I would expect nothing less. I would almost bet that he was going to come here and tell me that tonight, because he executed with perfection. So that's awesome. I think a lot of people can learn from him for sure.
I think
Well,
this
Chandra,
testimonial
great.
will go on official high level channel, right?
Yeah, we're streaming all
Sure.
over the place. So let's go over to our next person, and I've got now Nazneen. Nazneen, you ready to come and talk to the group? You got your microphone on, your sound on. So hello,
Hi,
where are you joining us from? Where are you joining from?
like I'm from Gujarat. I think Priya is saying something.
I'm good.
Okay. Okay, I'm from Gujarat and it was my first live event. I'm GHL builder, like since I have been doing for 6 years maybe, and I am starting this because of my child. Previously, I was a teacher, and like when my son came, I had to stop work and everything. So like I started go high level at the time and learn from the YouTube and everything, because at the time there was not certification or anything there. And like this time, the high level event, like it completely changed my perspective. I learned a lot from Priya, from Nick, like how you came with this one mic and like you shoot every content. And like Priya, like I really like her strategies and everything. And Michelle, like he was very good. Like at lunchtime, like I was waiting, like he will leave. But like he was there to answer the every single person's and everything. And after coming from high level, like I got the 3 deals. It was not from event, but like I learned whatever I learned from the event, I applied it and like I got 3 deals.
You got
Wow,
three
Like
three
deals
clients.
already. Look at that.
yes, but
Well
my
done,
struggle
This
is
is
girl.
that
this is why you want to be with high level, okay? And you want to go to those
yes.
events, and you want to get to know the movers and the shakers, all right? So you look like you're one of the movers and shakers for sure. Okay, for sure. I mean, what would you say? How would you say it's changing your life with high
Like it
level?
completely changed my life because like when my son came, I completely like was like I will be housewife for forever. But at that time, I got the high level. I started building for others and everything, and it completely gave me the opportunity to stay connected with my career. I'm not a teacher right now, but lifetime I'm giving training to some people. So it is kind of mixing of both my career, like teaching and high level. So like high level literally give me the freedom working from my home. Like I can work while my son is sitting next to me. I can work while I'm watching him to do his homework and everything. So like that's why the high level completely changed my life.
I
Yeah,
think that's the
I've been
beauty of
hearing
it,
this
right?
in
It's the same.
Philippines.
Yeah.
I've been hearing
Yeah,
the
and my team,
similar
Nick.
experience in the Philippines too. Yeah. Well, got
And
Yeah.
you're
some
doing
applause
really
for you. So
And
congratulations.
one
I'm going to
more
go
thing, like
on to
I'm
all right, go
struggling with
ahead.
right now I'm a builder. So like how to get it to the next level in business. Like I'm getting the clients and everything, but like I want to change it a little bit. Like how can I do that? I need your insight from three of you. Like should I start for agency thing or should I continue with the building and everything?
Y- Yeah, that's a good question, and we will get back to. But I want to get some more people coming into the show. All right, but one of the things is we are taking the feedback that you're giving us, and then we will begin to answer some of this in the content that
Oh,
follows on. Okay, so definitely keep following. All right. So now I got another guy here coming into the room here. Are you all ready for this? We got a big, nice hat. All right, we got a nice cap. I presume you got that. You want to turn on your microphone so we can hear you?
Yes, I did that. I hope I'm audible.
You are.
Perfect. So my name is Neeraj Parnami, and currently I'm running my own voice AI agency. I was super excited while attending this event, and after coming this event, I changed my whole strategy. I discussed with Mike. I do remember. So Mike advised me, instead of offering only voice AI, I should, offer this service as a combination of other, options. For example, lead conversion, follow-ups, booking appointment with voice AI, SMS, email, and all that, till the last stage, which is conversion. And after that, I should offer reviews, follow-ups to a client. So I did my thorough research and I decided to, move to one niche, for example, roofing in America, in particular state, say Texas. So in this complete cycle, I need some hand holding. Like, I have no idea at all. Just 10 days back, I came to know about Go High Level, went to Gurgaon. I'm from Jaipur, by the way. I, came to Gurgaon, attended this 3 days event, was super excited, met Dr. Priya, Nicholas, Mike, a lot of people. And I simply need, some direction because, I'm into sales and marketing primarily. I'm not a builder. I have no idea at all about like how to work. Although I signed up with Go High Level account, and what I think, like, tech is not my issue. Like, instead of spending my precious time in learning about these tech tools, I should focus on my niche, which is like sales and marketing. I'm running my own YouTube channel with the name of Neox AI, more than 450 plus videos. And I keep receiving number of leads from Reddit, from YouTube, other sources, from SEO. So this is what I think. Maybe Dr. Priya, Nicholas, or Mike can help me in this, in this
Well,
line.
that's very good
I want to jump
feedback.
in and
Please.
say because Mike won't promote his offers. So Mike has amazing community. He's got his, if you've attended any of his sessions, he's always generous. He shares lots of knowledge and snapshots and stuff for free. But I strongly believe, when you have a paid arrangement, then there's more commitment, there's more skin in the game, and you get more for it with anybody, right? So I would suggest visit Michael's site or get in touch with him on any of the platforms because he does so many things every day. So I'm not up to date with his current offers, but he would be the person if you want to scale the AI agency model. And he's got, I think if you upgrade using his link to the SaaS plan, he's got lots of bonuses and things that you can get without paying. So there's lots of ways that you can get that feedback, support, and resources in scaling the exact offer that you want to do. And you're right, most of them struggle because they go to free YouTube channels, free resources, but the certification is the same. Like you get that in a very structured manner, and you also get to assess your understanding is right, and also you get accredited for your knowledge. So it kind of checks all the boxes. So similarly, I would say for everybody, I think culturally we have the mindset to not invest, but then we can't, we don't want to spend in rupee. There's no disrespect, but I'm an Indian too, and we feel like we want to earn high ticket in US dollars, but we don't want to spend a lot of money. So, but that's an investment. And when there is an investment, there's a commitment from both parties, and you can literally fast track your success.
And I think you're
Perfect.
smart. I mean, honestly, I think you're smart because you said, hey, listen, I recognize that I'm a sales guy, and that's good because every second you take away from that, most of the people that I meet really are mostly they want to be builders, and so sales guys are a little bit hard to come by sometimes. So my point is that every second you take away from sales and try to figure out building, you're losing sales. So, maybe it would be a great match you made in heaven. There's people on this call that are great builders, and if you guys maybe would meet up afterwards, you'd have a really successful arrangement, perhaps. So you do your sales thing because that's what you're really good at. Every minute you stop to try to learn something, you know, you're taking away from dollars coming into your business. So, just something to think about, and that's from somebody. I know how to sell it, I know how to build it, but I just analyze it and I see it, day in and day out. But the other thing you mentioned, which was very important, is you said, "Oh, I started a YouTube channel. I'm getting leads here." And Priya said, "Listen, you're going to get leads from being an admin, and there is no there's no right way. I say HighLevel is the hub, and you have all these spokes coming off this hub, and you're going to start, live events. You're going to get leads. You're going to get leads from your YouTube. You're going to get leads from organic search. You're going to get leads from being an admin. You're going to get leads from everywhere, just running into people at the grocery store. It doesn't matter. But all of
True.
those leads, they pile up, and next thing you know, you have a successful business on your hands very quickly. So that's
All
just
right,
how
I'm
I
going to
look at
move
it.
us along. I'm going to move us along. Okay, that's my
Nick,
job,
while
right?
you
I'm
while
not.
you bring the other guests, I'm gonna give an
I want to
activity
see more
for the room.
comments. Okay,
No,
yeah,
that's
this is
what
what
I'm
you
going to
Perfect.
give an
want, right?
activity for the room. I want people to comment if there are builders or marketers or sales. Okay, let's do B or S, right? So it's not BS bullshit, but builders and sale. The
All
reason
right,
I'm
we got a
saying this
lot of
because I have a very
builders.
successful case study, right? My first event I went was SaaSpreneur in Sydney, and we had this activity where we had, I think. Wesley did this activity to find out whether we're visionaries or builders. And I was a visionary, and I found on my table another guy called Jitin Sujala, who is another certified admin in Sydney, and he's a builder. And I was shameless. I'm like, I need you in my life. And we partnered on a project for 90 days last year, from 1st of June to 31st of August. And the things that we achieved in those 90 days together, I don't think any of us would have individually achieved it. So these opportunities to be present in the room, to understand who's the builder, who's the salesperson, and then you do your analysis to find out who could be the right match, collaborate. There's enough work for all of us in this world, right? There's no need to have that scarcity mindset. So always have the collaboration over competition kind of a mindset, and you can grow very quickly. The reason we brought all of you into this room is one connection. You're just one connection away, like one funnel away. You're just one connection away from getting your dream partnership, from getting your goals done. So I think all we're trying to do is give you that opportunity to collaborate. And I mean, and this is forum is to ask questions. What do you want to grow from here? So we've got a community where people come and ask questions. There's lots of learning materials to learn. I do these free community hours. There's lots of things. I assume I give back to the community without any dollars or commitment. But I want you all to know, what do you need to succeed, and we can see how we can provide that for you. That's the whole purpose of this call, genuinely. All right, Nick, you can bring other guests while we
All right, let's see who
wait
we
here.
got next coming in here. All right, let this one here. Let's see who's coming into this one. Okay, I think I gotta maybe fix it. I think I should be having this man right here. Maybe he turned off his camera. Hold on one second.
Is it Divyanshu?
No, I think I gotta maybe change him. Hold on. Remove
Bring
from Siam, you
Lavinia. Bring
there?
Lavinia on
All right.
from UK.
Okay, I got him right now. We're here. We're here. We got the guy. He just came in. Hold on one second, Siam.
Oh, I know him.
All right.
I've seen him.
Siam Gupta. Why aren't we seeing you? You got your camera on? All right, Siam maybe seems to be having a little bit of technical difficulty, so we'll get back to him in a moment. And
Sure.
I got Vikas coming here. He's been waiting to get in. So, Vikas, you are going to be in the room. Okay, here you are. Welcome. You got your microphone on, Vikram?
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes.
Hi, it's good to see you. I know you were very popular at the event. And maybe you can tell everyone a little bit about what you're doing with High Level. Vikram?
Yeah, so I
Vikas,
help
yeah,
coaches
Vikas.
train. Yeah. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I
Yeah, so I help
can.
coaches, trainers, and mentors to grow their business with sales funnels and automations. And I got into high level accidentally when I got my first US client last year. So they had a sales team who had set up the Go High Level for them, and they were looking for a marketing team to do the ads and the other stuff. At that time, I got Go High Level in my lap as just as a surprise. Okay, this is a tool you need to use now to set up all the backend automation which were left over apart from CRM. So we started exploring Go High Level, and it was like a domino effect. The client came in, we need a LMS. Should we go for school? Should we go for circle or what platform? And we just accidentally started exploring Go High Level. And we thought, okay, they have a great LMS. And then we told the client we can do the LMS also for you. And the client was really happy. You saved us $97 extra per month, which could have been gone to a different platform. And then the client wanted, okay, I want the backend operational services. I run a coaching program. I want you to take care of the community engagement as well. So my brother runs an agency. I referred him to that client, and it was like a domino effect. So just with one platform and one right client, this things it started becoming a domino effect. The client got signed up for $1,500 a month, and now we bill her $6,000 plus some commissions. So that's how the journey shifted. And I have been into this space from almost like from 2020 onwards. I started as a Facebook ads freelancer, then started building out landing pages. And then I was working in Indian market since till 2025 until this client came in. And I had a huge shift when I got this first US client that the amount of money you can make with the right, with working on the right set of market you can and the kind of impact you can make can be huge with the same amount of work you are doing. So that was my one of the biggest key takeaways. And after attending this event, I would say it was great to meet Nick, Priya, Mike, and all the other builders and the people who are on the Go High Level community in person. It was such a great energy. And the best part was the hotel was just 500 meters away. I would say 1 kilometer away from my home. My home is just behind the Hayat. Matlab, it's just in the society behind the Hayat. So it was so dear to me. So in terms of the
Well,
what I'm looking at, yeah.
you
Yeah.
are a lucky man. You are a lucky man. People like to meet the like-minded champions, so that's great. Go ahead, Priya.
So tell me, what are you looking for, Vikas?
Yeah, so I'm looking more to grab the market share in the US market. So that I'm like having like 80% of my clients are Indians. I just have two US clients out of the all the clients I have. So I'm trying to get more into that market. But being very frank and open on this call, honestly, it's like I have spent like $1 million on ads for clients. But when it comes to spending ads for my own agency to grab clients, I have that what you say, never done that
Mindset. Mindset.
mindset, how to get into that. And also the US market is expensive compared to India when you run ads and everything. So that's where but it's like if somebody knows, somebody can hold your hand, they know, okay, we are supporting, we are holding your back, then it's easier to take the next steps. So what I'm looking at is ki how can I grow my team and grow my market share into the more into the US side so that for the same amount of effort, we can make more impact.
Okay, so I had this question recently in a WhatsApp group. I don't know how many of you are part of the GHL Bharat WhatsApp group, and I was called a scammer for the response that I'm going to share with you. Okay, so the same question a guy asked, I want to sign more international clients. Where do I find them? And then one person from the group had responded a huge, complicated, go to AI, do the lead scraping, do that. It was very, I couldn't even read. It was so complicated. And then someone took that diagram, put it into notebook, and made an infographic to say this is what you need to do. So the whole flowchart was so complicated. I went in and I said, go to the High Level Job Network official Facebook group. So there is a Facebook group called High Level Job Network Official, which is a official job group, which is a Facebook group, official Facebook one. Go there. There are people who have an agency looking for help, right? They are your direct ideal clients across the globe. See the comment and just post, and you will get clients. And I didn't even sell them anything. I didn't send them an affiliate link. I sent them to the group. But I think culturally, we Indians think something has to be complicated to be paid. For us to be worthy enough to get big dollars, we feel we have to work extremely hard. We have to bend backwards. We have to do things very hard. Literally going into that group and commenting the right thing. And that guy started, telling that, oh, will you advise this to a paying client? I would say yes. And he said, oh, your website is not even mobile optimized, so don't believe her. And I was like, okay, the non-mobile optimized website is getting me enough to pay 42 people on my payroll. And then his ego was triggered and he started sending big ones. And I was like, you know what? It's not worth my time. I'm not going to argue because I was not
All
even
this
trying to
social
sell.
media drama, all this social media
Correct.
drama. I mean, it's just crazy. You know what I mean? But I mean, I think the point you're making here, Priya, is that it just like some people just too complicated, right? They just
Correct.
make it all too complicated. But I mean,
Correct.
I don't know. I'll just say that I think we need to go to the next person. All right, I have to move
Yeah.
these
Can you
along,
bring
right?
Divyanshu? Because
Yes,
he
I
had a
think I
question.
have. This is the one you were
Oh,
asking
you
about
got
earlier.
Lavinia.
So I have, I brought her in. So I just need to see if I can adjust her camera because I'm not sure if I can. I don't know why. But you're looking a little zoomy. Okay, but oh, there. I think I can fix it now. All
She's
right.
pretty. And trust me, Lavinia, Nick asked me, is Lavinia real?
Okay.
He thought you are not a human, you are
I thought
AI.
she's AI, but I think that's
I
I
know,
can't
I know.
You
fix it
look like
anymore.
AI
But
even in real life. You're very pretty.
It means that it works.
I know.
you're doing a lot of AI.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
I do
welcome to the
actually.
chat. Welcome to the
Thank you.
chat, Lavinia. It's great to see you. And you're joining us from where?
I'm actually in Hungary, not far from Budapest, from the city. I used to be in UK before for a long time, over 15 years, and then a few years back I moved here. And
All right.
I
Well,
actually I actually joined GHL by mistake, call it that way. I found a course from Billie Jean. He was doing a 10 days course to change your life. I had no idea what it was. It just popped up on my Facebook, and I thought I need a change. Let's do something different that it goes beyond what I like to do. It was completely different, and I did that. And as soon as I was, I think, maybe the second or the third day, I realized that when you sign up to GHL, it's a blueprint and you can do what you want. And it completely sparked my brain. I was having fireworks of, oh my God, I can build all this. um, and it just it gave me I don't know, I'm very creative and I did a lot of things in my past that are creative work, are building in different things. And I found Go High Level very easy to look at and to put together. And in the first month that I had 30 days trial, I actually built my agency out from the websites to the connections, the automations. um, and since then, I was hooked because with Go High Level and the automations that I was using, my work for a couple of clients that I had drastically dropped. So instead of going from 20 hours, I was working two.
that's
And
great.
that
That's awesome, Lavinia. That's awesome to hear. Well, listen, Lavinia, I need to move the program along. Okay, so I'm going to have to
go
go
on.
to our next person. So, Dr. Priya, who did you want to have as the last person that we're going to bring into our room?
I think Divyanshu had a question in a WhatsApp group, and I told him it will
All
be
right,
easier for
let
me to
me
explain on call.
see if I can grab him. Okay, if he's still in
Hmm,
here.
I'm
Okay,
here,
just give
Nick.
me a
He's here.
minute. I know, I just have to find you. Okay, there you are. And
Lavinia is
I
my
will
female Jitin.
now be bringing you in just a minute. I need to do a couple of things. Okay, so here we go. And I think you should be in the call. All right, I'll fix your
He
camera in a
is.
second. All
Hi,
right.
Divyanshu. How are you?
Hi, Priya. I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Do you want to share your question so everyone knows your question and then I can answer?
Okay, so let me introduce myself like a bit. I'm a funnel builder building webinar funnels, masterclass funnels for coaches and course creators, and getting introduced to Go High Level in 2023 break. When one of my client approached me and asked like if I can build funnels over there or not, and it was like kind of a good. I explored the whole platform. The most interesting thing I loved about Go Level and the only software I love the most is Go Level because the dashboard in Go Level is so smooth. You get each and everything just in front of you. You don't have to go inside each and every settings, each and every menus to find anything so that you're looking for. I used a couple of platform like they were hiding the things from front end till backend. You have to juggle, you have to find each and every setting with different language, but the language Go level software use to make you understand like okay, so the features are available are here is very is are very great. Like you can say the dashboard is very great. So this is my review about Go level and the journey. So far I've worked on 20 plus funnels only on Go level. Overall like 60 plus funnels on different platforms. Some of clients are recurring. I've recently onboarded one more client yesterday itself, like for lead generation on Go level. And so
Is that the
yeah,
client you were asking a question?
no. So today I will be having like just after 2.5 hours, I will be having the meeting with the client. So I
Okay,
have to
can you
present
explain
all
that
the
question? Yeah.
yeah. So with that particular client, I have to build her $1 million strategy. We had two calls earlier as well. Like we have planned out the $1 million strategy through organic and through paid ads. Uh, like it is kind of a course of like it is a relationship course that she want to sell on $800 price point. We had planned out the automated webinar funnel for her and how we can touch the number, like how we can touch the number of 2000 sales in a year to make it a $1 million funnel. Whole the strategy have been planned out. But when we plan out the things like the client or the prospect need the things in much detail, where they want each and every touch point when and where we have, when and what we are going to do for her business. And that's where I feel like it is a lot of time consuming to present everything before we execute the things on the real time. So what are your
Okay.
suggestions? Like,
Uh,
yeah.
Michael, I'll explain the question to you and then you can share your thoughts. So basically, I mean, I have my comments, but I wanted to listen to your perspective. So the client wants him to build a whole strategy for $1 million course launch, and it has to be so detailed and intense. And does the client want you to promise that $1 million result?
Not promise, but actual implementation should be there. Like it is, I made her clear, like if the implementation is there, because she want 80% organic and 20% on meta ad.
Yeah, that
And
is where
to
I wanted
get,
to ask.
yeah,
Yes.
to get
Okay.
80% organic, we have to touch 100K visitors on our landing page. That's where the numbers will become actual per month.
Correct. Yeah.
So
So Mike, so the question is, for him, he's like, how do I deliver the scope of the proposal to that extent to a Western client who's expecting me to build $1 million funnel within a time frame and 80% organic. Okay, note that
yeah,
80%
yeah.
organic and 20% paid ads. And yeah, so what would be your response to that question?
Honestly, I mean, that's so complex that I would never put a guarantee on that because a lot of that is not even involving your skill set. It's involving how they perform. So if it was
Right.
all on your shoulders, maybe you can bet on that. But how do you bet on other people? Like I have people that come to me and say, "Hey, I'd really like you to handle this process because we're going to give you a percentage on what we sell with it." Well, what if I do a great job and they can't sell? What happens
Right.
then?
Mhm.
That your skills might be amazing and but their sales isn't so good so I would never agree to that. I would say, listen, we're going to do what we do and we stand behind our work and it's quality and I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
price it accordingly. And that would be a personal decision that you'd have to make it. Like if you want to engage in that where you're going to get paid for performance. But if the performance is all on you, isn't it a better bet than betting on someone else that maybe you don't have control over? You don't know their skills. Their
Right,
skills may
right.
look good, but at the end of the day,
Is a good
I
point.
think
It's a
that
good
was my
point.
same thoughts. That's why I wanted to ask whether Michael shared my same thoughts, because it
Mm-hmm.
depends on too many factors. What is the existing social media presence? How active are they? How warm is their email list? Whether do they have an email list? So there are so many different factors to it than putting the pressure on you for building a funnel with $1 million launch. If you had that magic wand to launch $1 million course, you would do it yourself.
yeah.
And why would you be a funnel builder in the first instance? You know what I mean? So
Right, right,
I
right.
think
I
the
agree.
client
Mm-hmm.
should have realistic expectations. And I think initially when we are building out, even we also tend to overpromise because we want to sign that client. I'm guilty as charged.
I'm
I've
not
done
over
that.
promising. Like I've
Yeah,
made it clear. Like
Yeah.
I'm not going to make any promise without putting the real number on the plate. I can't
correct.
expect this number is done on confidence. Like this is what clarity I'm going through.
Very good.
So
Yeah,
Very
because
one
what
good
if you what?
suggestion,
work.
Yeah, because what
one
if you're
suggestion I
bringing in
have.
the leads? What if you're
Yeah,
bringing in the leads and they don't follow up with them? What if you're bringing in the leads and they don't know how to close them? What
exactly.
if
Right,
there's just too many things, you can't do
You
that.
know,
That would be
I
crazy.
just
right.
want to add real quick before we go out because we're going to have to wrap up soon. So I just want to add real quick. Look, don't be afraid. You don't have to take every cut lead you get. Okay,
Right, right.
some
Yeah.
of them, they say these people can start to fast talk you. They think you're from India. They're going to fast talk. They're going to get a good deal. There's power in saying no sometimes too. Okay, so
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes when you say no, they come back and you get a better deal. So Priya, you got any
Yeah, I
wrap
mean,
up
Nick
before
Nick
we
brings up
go
a very
into
good point.
our
Nobody wants to eat at a restaurant where there's no line, right? You're going to a restaurant, you're like, oh, there's nobody here. You're going to pass it by. But if you're busy and you tell them, no, I can't, I don't think I could squeeze that in, they're going to be like, please squeeze it in for me.
Yeah,
You
they
know?
do. They come back for that. So, all right.
So I
Well,
think
listen,
one
thank you
final
very
suggestion I
much.
have for him is if you do want to do that job, ask them for a paid audit. So you charge them money, audit their current systems, their current social media, the how hot is their lead, and then
Mm-hmm.
you map the whole strategy for them. But still, you don't promise the outcome. Like Mike mentioned,
Yeah,
there are too
I
many
will
moving
not promise the
parts.
outcome. Never.
Yeah,
Break it into
Yeah.
so you can
phases as well. Break
correct.
it into
Yes.
phases. In case you don't like them after the first phase, you're not committed for the extra phases because you may not like them
Yeah.
after the first phase.
Mm-hmm.
All right, listen, we're going to have to move along, okay? And
Thank you, guys.
we
Thank you for
have
your
been
valuable
taking some
answers.
questions. Thank you. Stick around. We've been getting some questions, and if you guys have some questions now, is the time to put them in the chat. Okay, as we start to wrap it down our program, I'll take some. If you have some questions that you put in the chat, I will, be able to get them here for our panelists. But what before I know that some of you have to leave, and I want to make sure that you guys take a screenshot of this in case you need to know how to reach us. This is how you can reach us. Go ahead and take a screenshot. I'll show this a little bit later, but I know since we're coming close to the end of the show, it's probably good to kind of squeeze it in first. So the question now is, some closing thoughts. You all have any closing thoughts that you guys want to say? I think we'll leave Dr. Priya you to the end to make your final closing reflection. But Mike, I know we're keeping you up late, so I want to get this
No, it's okay.
show over so that you can get to sleep. And what do you think about our call today, and what energy you're feeling, and what you think is a closing thought for this
I mean, this was just
first
like,
meeting?
honestly, this is like India event part two, right? I mean, this is exactly how I felt on day two of the India event. You can see just in this call how much determination, passion, and determination, like I said, would go into this project for the people that are in India, meaning HighLevel itself. And to me, it's just overwhelming to me. Like, I mean, it's amazing. And I'll just say this in summary, Nick. I mean, I'm not going to take up a lot of time, but you know, these events are super special. I got to meet Priya for the, first time at a high level event. I got to meet you at a high level event. You're gonna develop friendships at these events that are gonna last a long time. And, to me, that is even better in a lot of cases than financial. So, the financial stuff's gonna come with that. Trust me, because like Nick's a connector. That's what he does. He puts people in touch with other people. He does that with everybody he meets. So, you know, go into these events, go to as many as you possibly can go to. I mean, Priya had a lot to do with this event. This event was, you know, way, exceeded my expectations. There was true value there. I mean, the price of the tickets was unbelievable. The venue was unbelievable. The people were unbelievable. The speakers were all unbelievable. I mean, it was a really good event. You know, I mean,
A lot of food. They had a
I'll
lot of
say
food
something.
there. A lot of food.
I'm gonna say something like I never seen a buffet line like that. This was the craziest buffet line I've ever seen. They had more food. I mean, you can eat 3 times the price of the ticket at this event. I mean, I couldn't even believe how much food and like how much stuff they were doing. It was crazy. But all kidding aside, I mean, honestly, I got to meet a lot of great people, and it would be an honor for me to help you out. So don't look at that. Just reach out on WhatsApp, and I'll do everything I possibly can for you. But the bottom line is, you're in the right place, and you're in a great time, that's for sure. And I hear one of the things I've been thinking about this on this call all night. Everyone wants to sell in the United States. Isn't that funny? But I'm in the United States. I want to sell everywhere else too. So,
That's
isn't it
funny.
funny? Like, what about the UK? What about Australia? What
Australia.
about
Yeah,
yeah, everywhere. I mean, listen, those are all up and coming markets. So the world is your client base. So I
I think
wouldn't
it's the
discount
currency
anywhere,
conversion.
including in your backyard. What's
I think it's
that?
a currency conversion, Michael. $1 is almost 94 rupees, if I'm not wrong. So
Yeah.
it's the conversion. Australian dollars is cheap,
That's
$55,
great.
55 rupees. So times
I mean, listen,
55.
when I first started high level, I never thought I would be selling in the UK. I never thought I'd be selling in India, which I am right now. I never thought I'd be selling in Australia, which I am right now. So the world is, that's your market, is the entire world. I wouldn't discount any 1 square inch of it. And there's
Yeah,
plenty of work to go around. You just got to go get it.
correct.
Yeah,
Nick, what
that's
are your
right.
final thoughts?
Well, I mean, I just final thought I want because I'm the connector, right? This is how you connect. So, in case you guys want to take the screenshot, I've got it up for you again one more time here, okay? But in terms of this event, okay, I just want to thank everyone for coming out to the live. Okay, and of course, we've got it streaming. If you're joining on the streams, thank you for watching the stream. And if you happen to be watching the replay of the stream, thanks for getting this far in the replay because it shows for those who came to the event, those who have been using high level in India, those who are coming to the call today, those who I've been chatting with ever since the event, and those who are still yet to come. I want to congratulate all of you for all of your commitment. It's not easy to take these steps forward sometimes. And I hope that I've been able to show by talking to so many of the Indian users of high level how much it's changing their lives and how much it can change your life to go from the world of the offline, to the world of doing business online, which is really where a lot of the business is happening now. And really, a lot of people, they struggle with that because they don't have the kind of infrastructure, and a lot of that is software infrastructure like high level, to be able to realize their dreams. So I want to thank you all for coming and now pass it over to Dr. Priya for your closing words.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you, Nick, for organizing this fantastic tech stuff. I know you worked extremely hard in doing this, and I don't think that's my skill set. So thank you so much for all your help with this. And thank you, Michael, for staying up or waking up at 1:30 and being very, very supportive of the general high level community. And so for me, I am more on implementation. Advice is free. All of us can talk for days, but if we don't act on it, it doesn't change anything. So I was thinking, I would do like a 30-day content series, which really helped. After my SaaSpreneur Sydney, I broke down my keynote into a 30-day simple digestible stuff. So if you want to join, we can do a 30-day content challenge. So each of us, 30 days, all of us will post, keep each other accountable, and then we can share our wins on a call. Are you in? Type 1 in the chat. If you want to do, there's no commitment, there's no money. All you're committing is your time and efforts, and we can basically see the result for 30 days in a content challenge. And also, I've put the links in the chat for the GHL India Facebook group. I'll add that as an event there as content challenge you can join. There's the community where there's lots of free webinar recordings and courses and lots of things that my team actually monitors. So join the community, and if you need anything, please ask. So we loved hosting this for all of you. So if you need this on a regular basis, maybe Nick, we should organize them more. If not, join, get up on a 4:30 on a Friday morning and join my office community hours. And we can have chats, we can plan, we can keep each other accountable. And that's all I ask, basically, just how much we can keep each other accountable. That's the key thing I find with high level community. Like Mike said, every event I go to, I've made very, very good friends, right? And they become your best buddy because they understand it's very lonely. You can't talk about this to your husband, mom, or kids. So they understand the struggle. Kylie here is my bestie slash non-judgmental sounding board. She's always supported me. And that's the kind of friendship you get in this community. So utilize it, leverage it, go network with whoever was there in the room, get connected, add value first to the relationship, and always make it a mutual, because there are lots of takers in the world, in the universe in general. So try to be, a value add for everyone you meet. And like everyone said, it's not by accident you met high level. Universe has actually made you land on the vehicle that's going to change your life. That's already changed a lot of people's lives. So I am so glad that we all cross paths, and I'm sure we will cross paths again. And I truly value your time. That's one thing which is the most expensive commodity. And anyone who gives me their time, I do not take it for granted. So I thank each and every one of you for your time today and joining and making this first unofficial high-level catch-up a massive success. And I think we will keep the momentum going with such calls. I will mark it as an event, as a repeat event in the Facebook group. So please join there, and we come along, and the next 30 days, let's create more content. Nick will, basically, he's already hyped us up. He's motivated us enough, but he'll keep motivating us to create more content.
Well, that's what it's all about. And again, it's about the connections. So if you haven't taken the screenshot to get all of the information on how to follow up, that's it here. And with that, I think we are going to close out the show, and thank you all for watching. So it's been a pleasure having you here for this first unofficial HighLevel Live India follow-up meeting, and we look forward to seeing you again in new shows. Okay, so thank you very much for all of your help. Thank you very much to our surprise guest, Michael Reimer, and thank you again to our host, Dr. Priya.
Thanks, Nick.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.